Hello, Nicole here with another Oracle deck feature. Today I'm featuring the Green Witch Oracle by Cheralyn Darcey. I picked this one because it was, called the Green Witch and Halloween's coming up, and I thought, oh, this seemed appropriate. And I opened the box and started looking through the cards and was kind of like, okay, plants. I get it. Cool. But after I did some research, this Cheralyn Darcey is a pretty cool chick. So she lives in Australia and seems to be very knowledgeable on plant magic and purposes and just knowledge of plants and fairies and all that kind of good stuff. She has other decks out. She's all over YouTube. She's on Instagram. And she seems really knowledgeable. I was like, okay, I'm gonna listen. And this is what the cards look like on the front. I'll show you a little bit more. So it's like, okay, I'm gonna check this out. So then I started looking in the guidebook. I was like, oh, okay, what's going on here? And for each card, let's look at time. Time, perfect. I just opened this up, and strength and courage is our theme for this month. And wouldn't you know it, that's what time is, courage. I just put this in my crystal grid as well. I included time just for that purpose. So anyway, it has a little saying that goes along with it. If you've never experienced the joy of accomplishing more than you can imagine, plant a garden. Okay. Then there's the oracle meaning behind the card. So for time, it is have faith in your own abilities and take steps and leaps forward with confidence. You can do this, and you should, as the energies of time are not only showing positivity, but also a little mystical assistance afforded to you. If you're seeking an answer, it is positive as long as you act now. Failure to believe or care deeply enough can result in failure and delay. And then she goes in to talk a little bit about the particular plant. So for time, it says cultivation. We're going to talk about cultivating it. It says plant from late autumn to the end of winter in tropical areas, from the end of winter, early spring until late autumn in temperate climates, and in cold zones from mid-spring until early autumn. Thyme grows in most soils, makes a lovely border plant, and can be planted successfully in containers. Ensure they are positioned in full sunlight and that the soil does not become waterlogged. Harvest lightly as required. So she gives some tips about how to take care of the plant, which I find pretty cool. And then she has what she calls magical correspondences. So she lists what the uses are, what deities are associated with the plant or herb, celestial and astrological signs. So for time, its uses are to boost activity, happiness, affection, courage, and strength. And then she also includes a courage spell. So if you're into doing any kind of spells, there's a spell for each plant. So this one says, create an aura of attraction around you with this hair decoration. Secure fresh or dried thyme sprigs to hairpins with florist tape and tuck into your hair to create simple or elaborate designs. The added benefit is that you should be able to see fairies when wearing thyme in your hair, especially if the sprigs are flowering. Okay, so I'm not sure that's an actual spell, but it's like a something to do to use it. So overall, I'm kind of liking it. I'm gonna have to really see how it plays out when I'm doing readings, if the messages are relevant. I do think for sure that there's magic in nature, in all nature, and so plants, that makes sense to me. Plants and herbs and fruits and all that stuff, that there would be some magic attached to it. How well does that translate? I feel like it depends on your usage of it and your belief in it. When I'm doing readings, I really have to make sure that I am on board with this and believe that it'll be relative. And it should be. So I'm excited. I'm going to give these a go. Maybe do some free readings and see how it works out for people. Illustrations are pretty. I do like the cards. So yeah, if you're into plants and their magic and property uses and all that good stuff, I would say give this deck a check. It ranges online, you know, I've seen it retail for $30. I can't remember what I paid for it, but you know, get on there and shop around. You can find a deal probably somewhere. Green Witch Oracle by Cheralyn Darcey. I'll see you soon.